say that the desperation of seekers of political office is heating up the polity. The APC members have also raised an alarm. They say the police have been engaged in indiscriminately arresting their members. They allege that the police is working hand in hand with the opposition against them, the position that the police command in Rivers State has denounced. Members of the PDP have also raised an alarm. They say it's the APC that has unleashed terror on their members, killing some of their leaders. The police has, however, denied any involvement with any political party, but warns that anyone found wanting on the side of the law will not be spared. But I must tell you that it's the people that are in the middle of this back and forth between the political parties, with the police being in the mix somewhere. They say that having peaceful elections in the state continues to hang in the balance.
Well, thank you, Emmanuel, coming to us from Port Harcourt. We spoke to him earlier. Well, not to worry, we have some of our other correspondents who would also talk to us about what is happening where they are. So today we'll take a look at reactions about the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. He spoke today about the commission's preparedness for the elections. You do remember that there's been a lot of arguments going back and forth concerning, first, the usage of the card readers, secondly, the distribution of the permanent photocards. We just saw in some of the analysis the states that have taken their PVCs. We saw that of Ogun State and Zamfara State. Those two states, contrasting figures, both of them. But the deadline day is on the 22nd of this month, so we'll see what happens. Let's go over to Larry Lasisi. He joins us from our studios in Abuja. He was at the venue today. Hello, Larry.
Hello, Chamberlain.
So they addressed the interview by the chairman today, talking to us about the commission's preparedness. What kind of reactions did you get from the venue?
Well, I think, as usual, everybody's used to the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission now. Professor Jega is someone that will always tell you he's ready, and that was the same thing he told those that were in the audience today. A lot of questions came up on the permanent voters card, on the card readers, on security. Some people came up with the complaint that they hadn't been able to get their PVC still. And so a lot of concerns were expressed in the hall, but the chairman answered each and every question asked. And like I said at the end, confidently he came back with that same line. The commission is ready, prepared for the elections.
Well, you know, he also spoke about the objectives of the card reader test, which was carried out in different zones, about 12 states of the Federation. There were those who were also wondering whether or not they were going to continue with the field test, much as others wondered, why field test now? But the chairman has said before the Senate, before now, that they had conducted a simulated test and now field test. Did you have more people still making comments about whether or not they were satisfied with the outcome of that test, even though the chairman says, yes, the commission, are satisfied?
Well, some people did. Well, some people did raise their observations about the card readers and the fact that the permanent voter cards, there were concerns over the fingerprint part of it and the difficulty that a lot of people experienced. But I think at this stage the commission is fairly set that there's nothing that is going to change. According to them, they are satisfied, they are okay with the results they have, and they don't see any reason to be worried. Some of the concerns that are being made right now, they said they had already discussed with the the political parties, and some steps have been agreed that will be taken for people that don't, like for instance, where some people don't have limbs, some people that fall into the disabled category. They have already worked all that out, and as far as they're concerned, like I said before, the commission is ready and prepared for the elections.
Well, so what did they leave with that feeling? Because, I mean, if politicians had been present in large numbers, they may have had a bone or two to pick. And the thing about this kind of briefing is that you will always have people keep talking about the commission's readiness. Did you have people who were still wondering whether or not the commission was prepared in spite of what the commission has said?
It's really funny, Chamberlain, that you bring that up. There was this gentleman that actually came up and was like, took us back down memory lane and said that Professor Jega had given the same assurances before the 2011 election, and he kept saying everything is prepared, everything is ready, the commission is prepared, and only for the elections to be shifted. So he was like, what is the guarantee that Nigerians have right now that he won't come up at the last minute and say he's not prepared, or that he didn't know, or something of that sort? And I think that brought out one of the most emotional responses from Professor Jega, because according to him, he tried to say that where there is an assurance given to him that things are okay, that's the assurance he will give Nigerians. And as far as it's concerned now, everything is ready. But that Nigerians should not worry. If there is a problem, since he could call off an election a day before that last election in 2011, that means there's nothing that will stop him. If there's a problem, he won't be concerned or afraid as it is to say this election cannot hold. So he sounded very confident, even though, like, people will keep raising these concerns, and a lot more, I'm sure, concerns will be raised and discussed till the elections.
I know he also spoke about the many court cases that the commission is inundated with. Did you get any sense or any feeling that the commission is burdened or perhaps bothered by all of those court cases coming through from everywhere?
Well, I didn't get the sense of that, but as I'm sure you're aware, the commission right now is in the center. All attention, all eyes is on the commission. So you would understand that, yes, they are bothered. I think the court case he spoke about very clearly had to do with the case of the new political party that came up recently, and they said they got a judgment that insists they should be put into this election, but that it was like the commission says they're challenging that. So that's one court case that is still ongoing. But I'm sure a lot more cases will be on ground.
All right, thank you, Larry. Correspondent Larry Lassisi coming through to us from Abuja. We'll be back after this break and continue on the program, including taking your questions. So please join us again.